Hi, Loy Machedo speaking to you from loymachedo.com. And who is Loy Machedo? Today, the date, what's the date? 25th April 2016. Time right now is 11:05. Man, time passes by. What do you want, doggy? Stop licking me. I had a bath. What do you? What do you want? She's a girl. What do you want? Money pointing? Just as I'm about to make a video, I get everyone on the planet who's suddenly very interested in me. Honey, but down, hey, down. Thank you. Good job. Yes, good job. Sorry. Okay. I wanted to answer a couple of questions this morning, and I think I'll start with this one. This question is quite a biggie, okay? The question that was sent by somebody, I never revealed their names. Well, I wanted to know your opinion about Islam. Is Islam a religion of peace? Wow. Now that is a very, very, I would say, powerful question. A question that will evoke a lot of responses, a lot of opinions. And, if you know me, I think I always give you my opinion based on facts, based on research. Yes, there are a couple of videos where I just put, stupid comments, like just to evoke a response, like I'll bash up women for no reason, I'll bash up guys. But when it comes to topics like this, which are very, very powerful, very impactful, I make sure that I evaluate my options, my opinions very strongly, right? All right. Now, the question is Islam a religion of peace? Now, you need to understand that, first, where I'm coming from. I have been in Dubai, UAE, that is United Arab Emirates. I've been here for the last 35 plus years. Okay, I've been in this country for all these years of my life. So if I'm going to share with you an opinion, it has certain weightage and credibility because I've had, I'm surrounded by Muslims everywhere. Okay, this is a Muslim country. Run by Muslim laws. It has the rulers are Muslims. The general population that is who belong to this country are Muslims, and I've been staying for so many years, so I definitely have a very valid point of view. Having said that, let me tell you. First, when I was young, when I was pretty young, obviously brought up in a very conservative Christian family. Where my parents were not very open-minded, where did not read a lot, did not know, and there was no internet those days. So we were in our small little cocoon. So Christians were the only people who will go to God. Rest everyone will go to hell, which was normal, traditional. So if you accepted Christianity and if you accepted Jesus, Mary, and the Holy Spirit, only then you will go to heaven. Nobody else will go to heaven. And then I'm pretty sure, and those people who lived in that small little cocoon of their own religion, on their own kind of culture, like Hindus, they would believe their beliefs, Muslims would believe their beliefs, and Buddhists would believe their beliefs, whatever. However, with the dawn of the internet and, we getting more knowledge, we having the capacity to research, our minds opened up, at least for me. And if you see the books at the back, which are not just books for decoration or swatting flies, I also committed myself to research. I studied Christianity. I studied whatever I could in terms of Islam by watching general views. And, I kept a very open mind to every subject. Now, having said that, giving you a background, okay, I will tell you what I personally think, whether Islam is a religion of peace. So the first point that I want you to ask yourself is, just turn the question on its head, and instead of asking is Islam a religion of peace, why don't we ask this question, is Christianity a religion of peace, or is Hinduism a religion of peace, or is Buddhism a religion of peace? Now, if you ask this question, you would say, oh, of course, it is a religion of peace. Then I can cherry pick specific examples. Let's say, for example, the United States. Just have a look at this. If a person whose background is that of being a Muslim, he kills someone, they would say, oh, Muslim terrorist kills people, okay? However, if there's a guy who's a Christian and he were to kill a couple of people, They would never say Christian terrorist kills. No, they would just say man who has mental instability or killer on the loose or whatever. So first and foremost is the question itself is flawed. It is not, is this religion a religion of peace or this religion a religion of war? You need to understand a very neutral aspect. Every religion is a way of life. So in the same way, I'll tell you this. When I went through bad times, the people who helped me were all, I'm not saying few, all of them who helped me were Muslims. I have Rafi, who is a Muslim. He has helped me so many times. He has given me money. Seriously, he has given me money and said, Loy, you need help. When I didn't have anything, he gave me food to eat. He gave me a place to stay. He's a Muslim. My mentor, who is Mohammed Murad, he gave me a visa when I needed it. He gave me a job when I needed it. He never expected anything out of me. So he was a Muslim. Many of my clients from around the world, they are Muslims. Okay. So now my question to you is, so why? Now you'll say, oh, these are very few people. Okay, then let's look at it. I've been staying in United Arab Emirates, which is a Muslim country. I have made so many friends. They talk to me. Yes, I look different. I'm with tattoos. But, same thing happens when Christians see me. Same thing happens when Europeans see me. Oh my God, So why? Then you'll say, oh, it is UAE is very liberal. So now what is happening is, no matter what example I'm giving you, you will cherry pick and say, oh, no, this is, but there is still. Let me tell you the objections people have where they say, no, Islam is not a religion of peace. They will say, oh, what about Saudi? Saudi, they are stoning, and Saudi, they don't allow women to drive. And Saudi is a country. It doesn't represent all the Muslims everywhere. People from Saudi are different from people elsewhere. Saudi has a rule. That is a Saudi problem. In UAE, in Bahrain, in Qatar, in Oman, women are driving. So it's a Saudi issue. Then you say, oh, what about ISIS? ISIS is a political organization. It's a political organization which has political agendas. Okay, and it's like a dot. It's like if I say the Ku Klux Klan, which most of them were Christians. You'll say, no, that's a dot in the ocean. Same way. Then you'll say, oh, what about Al-Qaeda? Have a look at history. Al-Qaeda was with United States. Okay, they helped them, they funded them. That's why you'll see Osama bin Laden with the American, whatever, top, political representatives. You'll see, just Google it. You'll have a look. Then, when it didn't suit them anymore, they kind of portray them as a bad guy. Simple thing. If you look at Western media, when George Bush was there, they were talking of weapons of mass destruction. We need to attack Iraq and weapons of mass destruction and blah, blah, blah. Where were the weapons? There was no weapons. There was nothing, So in fact, if you look at September 9/11, which is the most bullshit story on the planet, okay? We are talking of, these 19 or 11 hijackers or whatever, who are able to beat the most complex system in the world, where if you enter a no-fly zone, there were no aircrafts, nothing to attack these planes, and they took their own sweet time, and there's so many conspiracies there, and a whole building which is filled with metal, it's just going down like this. Come on. So what I'm telling you, these are all political games, okay? And we are making 1 + 1 = 7, which doesn't make any sense. Then people bring up this argument. What about Africa? Genital mutilation. Have a look at Eritrea. Okay, Eritrea is predominantly very much a Christian-run state, and Ethiopia is 75% Christians. So why is genital mutilation taking there? It is not a Muslim problem. It is a country. It is a country, and they have that problem. Okay. Now you'll also say, "Oh, homosexuality is not allowed." Huh? Fine. Does Christianity allow homosexuality? Catholics, do they allow homosexuality? Does Hinduism promote sexuality, being homosexuals? No. So what I'm trying to tell you is, here people cherry pick 1 or 2 examples and they put it as, yes, look, all of them are the same. It's like, in the words of Reza Aslan, you must check this guy out. Reza Aslan, who is an Irani American author. He's a commentator and religious scholar, and by scholar, I mean he's educated at Harvard. Okay, he has 4 degrees in religion. He's a PhD in the history of religion, a PhD. So he's not any small cookie that you got someone who will just preach. Like, for example, Dr. Zakir Naik. No, I'm not a big fan of his. I'm sorry. I believe he's a scholar. in his own discipline, but he is not educated like Reza Aslan, who is educated from Harvard. Okay, now this guy is a historian. He's very educated, beautiful. I mean, he is. I love to listen to him talk. His mother is a Christian. His wife is a Christian. His brother-in-law is an evangelical preacher, and he was a Muslim. He converted to Christianity, and he became a Muslim again. Now, this guy, I mean, it's unbelievable his responses. He is such an amazing guy. And he clearly, the points that I gave you, I got it from him. He is such an educated person who tells that he keeps repeating this phrase that it is wrong to brush everybody with a single brush, a single color. If you actually look at it, let's look at the facts that, which I got from him. I said Muslims have elected 7 heads of state. Okay, 7 heads of state. How many have Christians elected? So why aren't we pointing and saying, oh, Christians are like this? They don't give women opportunities. Come on. See, the fact of the matter is, we are ignoring certain issues. Like, for example, why isn't anyone talking about the atrocities against the Muslims by the Buddhist monks in Myanmar? Why? If you actually look, Buddhism is a very peaceful religion, very, very peaceful. So suddenly these Buddhists have got all, I don't know what had happened to them, and they started killing all innocent Muslims, children. Why? So I think it's very wrong. So, in a population of, it's Islam is, Muslims are not just 1% or 2% of the population. They represent 23.2% of the entire world's population. That is 2.8 billion. If Islam was a religion of violence, of war, I mean, I shouldn't be even staying in UAE. We shouldn't see any other religion. They should be killing all of us. We are living in a society where there are so many different kinds of people. So many. Okay, it's like saying people with tattoos, like for example me, they're all evil. They are all they smoke and they drink and they rape and they kill. If you actually look at all the media movies, all the tattooed guys are the bad guys. They're like, riding bikes. I don't drive a bike. I drive a small little, cheap little car, a Micra, okay, small car. I've never touched alcohol. I don't smoke. I don't do drugs. I don't like to get into fights. I like to read books. So then you'll say, oh, you're different. Fine, there are many people who have tattoos like me who are different. I'm connected with many of them on social media. They are normal, nice guys. So, just as different people have different sets of beliefs and they're all unique, you need to understand that, Islam or Muslims, we can't categorize them in one compartment. Islam is a religion, like Christianity is a religion, like Hinduism is a religion, like Buddhism is a religion. It's a religion, it's a way of life. And a person can choose, being in the religion, he can choose to be good or he can choose to be bad. And then he can say, oh, I am a Muslim, so I do this, or I am a Muslim, or I do that. That doesn't make that religion good or bad. It is a religion. It is a way of life. We choose our actions. So the same way, Christians, there is a book, there are ways, means to follow to become good or bad, or Hinduism. And personally speaking, I feel every religion is there for you to become closer to God, for you to become closer to God, for you to worship or for you to practice your own faith. It's not for you to look at what other people are doing. It's for you to look what you are doing. And that is what I believe a religion is. It's a way of life for you and your family, okay? For you to direct them. So incorporating violence, incorporating all these bad stuff in that, and then connecting it to religion, I think is very wrong. Because if you're truly a religious or spiritual person, okay, I just feel that you'll always do good for others. For me, I've had individuals who look at me and say, oh my God, this is the devil. Okay, I've had people say, don't come near me. Fine. I've had Muslims who have said that. I've had Christians who have said that. I've had Hindus who have said that. I've even had atheists who have said that. Okay? So, so if I look at this, does it make all Muslims, all Christians, all Hindus, all atheists bad? Then who's left on this planet? So, what do I think of Islam? I think Islam is a religion, like every other religion. And I just feel that if we categorize any religion as A, B, or C, it's wrong. I just feel that it's a way of life, and it is all dependent on the individual to either choose to be good or choose to be bad. So I would not categorize everyone in one compartment and say, this is what they are. No. We are all human beings. There are so many different types of human beings. As far as I look at it, I've been a controversial looking figure with his own views of life, who the only belief or way that I follow is that of science, okay, where I look at evidence, where I look at education, where I look at, I look at reasoning, okay, and I've been staying in a Muslim country. I've been very happy. I've stayed here for 34, 35 years, and there have been good and bad experiences. But then categorizing everyone in one compartment, I think, is absolutely wrong. And if you want any one single fact about Islam, I would say it's the fastest growing religion at the moment. Okay, and had it been a religion of violence, had it been a bad way of life, I don't think there would have been so many people converting, so many people accepting it, and I don't think anyone would have done anything good to anyone, especially me. So if people have done good for me, it proves to me that there is goodness in it, but it's just that propaganda or media, they choose to only see the bad. Especially, before I conclude, have a look. In the West, every bad thing that a person who is a Muslim, if he were to do something bad, they'll say Islamic terrorists, okay? However, if a Christian or, were to do something bad, they'll never say Christian terrorists. Just check it out. Nowhere in Western media do they ever say Christian terrorists, okay? So I just feel it's media trying to sell controversy because controversy sells. So Loy from LoyMachedo.com, and LoyMachedo.com, sharing with you his opinion about, is Islam a religion of peace? I just feel, man, we need to open eyes, we need to do some research, and we need to look at both sides of the argument and then realize that, especially in the words of what Reza Aslan, who is a historian, great guy, you need to check out his videos. He beautifully says it, It's not a religion of peace, or it's not a religion of violence. It's a religion. It's a way of life. So you choose, you choose to live your life because you need to look at yourself internally, and you need to ask yourself, how can I be a better person and, make a difference in my life? And through me, make a positive difference to others. So let me know what you think. Loy from LoyMachedo.com, saying goodbye for now. Oh yeah, just one small thing. I was just editing the video and I just forgot to mention this point. If in case you want to know more about Islam and you want a neutral view, or rather you want an educated view, check out these three speakers and just Google them. Majid Nawaz, M-A-A-J-I-D, Majid Nawaz. He's a British activist, author, columnist, and politician. You need to check out his talks. He was once an extremist, but today he is absolutely amazing. Majid Nawaz, great guy. The second guy is Mehdi Hassan, M-E-H-D-I-H-A-S-A-N. He's a British politician, journalist, broadcaster, and author. He's also, he is amazing with his talks. The next guy who I definitely want you to check is Reza Aslan. You need to check out these guys. Absolutely worth it if you want more, or you want an educated and neutral perspective about Islam, especially from people living in the West. So these are the three people I recommend, and I hope it answers your question, is Islam a religion of peace? So just thought I'd let you know. Goodbye.